Hey friends. So I get a lot of questions about veganism. It does not matter the situation, the circumstance where I am. I get lots of questions about veganism. There are people that have heard about it, whether it's being vegan or it's being plant based or what all of it truly means. But I get lots of questions about either one. So today I am here to answer one of those questions. So we hear veganism or vegan and plant-based and we wonder, what does that mean? Have you ever had that thought yourself? Like, okay, so exactly what does that mean? Like, what do they eat? What what does that life look like? Because if you're like me and you grew up eating meat or chicken, beef, hamburgers, all things. So if you grew up eating those things, maybe when you hear vegan or plant-based, like it makes no sense to you and you can't wrap your mind around what an actual vegan meal looks like. So for starters, let's just answer the question of what is vegan. Vegan is an individual who chooses for either ethical reasons or health or some other reason, mostly ethical or health reasons, not to consume any products that come from an animal. Most times when people say vegan, they use it loosely, not realizing that a true vegan also does not purchase items that have were, let's see, what's the best way to say this? They don't purchase items in which animals were harmed in any way, items that were tested on animals or any of that. So vegans steer clear of anything that could have been created or processed or made that harmed an animal. So that includes the clothes you wear, that includes necessities, toiletries, household products, all kinds of things. So there are so many products out on the market now that are cruelty free or vegan, and they did not harm any animals in the process. So that is basically what a vegan is a person that does not purchase or consume any products that come from animals. That's the byproduct. So it may not be meat, it could be butter. And a lot of times people don't even think about butter, but butter comes from animals. So we steer clear of butters and cheeses and dairy based milks or dairy based anything. So to kind of bring it all together and help you wrap your mind around the types of products or food products that vegans normally buy. So for butters, we like to put butter in everything from baked goods to sauteing veggies or marinades, like bases to some sauces. We like to use butter. Butter comes from a cow. So we try to make sure that we're not putting animal-based butters in any of our meals. So there are brands out like Mayokos, which is one of my personal favorites. You have Earth Balance. I think I want to say Betty CROCK, maybe. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure. But as you can see, the ones that I use most often is the ones that came to mind first. So Earth Balance and Mayokos are my two personal favorites. When it comes to cheeses, because we like to load everything with cheese. I was that person as well. Wanted to put cheese on top of cheese, on top of cheese, on top of cheese, on everything. So some cheese brands. So instead of using cheese, there is Follow Your Heart. Follow Your Heart is my absolute favorite. But I also use Daya brand. Mayokos also has shredded cheese, but I had fallen in love with Follow Your Heart before I was introduced to Mayokos. Let's see what else. Of course, we're not eating meats. So we're not eating chicken. We're not eating beef. We're not eating pork. Turkey, so poultry, seafoods, so no fish, salmon, crab legs, oysters, you name it. We do oyster mushrooms, but not necessarily oysters. And those are, just that's what we stay away from. So ultimately, that's what we stay away from. We do not eat any of those. But on the flip side of that, I love tacos. I will try to put anything in a taco. I will put a cauliflower in tacos, black beans, jackfruit, oyster mushrooms, potatoes. I will put anything in a taco. If I can categorize it as a taco, trust and believe I am making it into a taco. My son and I, we love taco night. So we do tacos, we do nachos, we do crunch wraps. When we stopped eating or started to clean up our diet, I'll say, we strayed away from Taco Bell, but we love their crunch wrap. So we recreated crunch wraps, vegan crunch wraps at home. So those are just, to name a few. Like I have friends who love pasta. I love pasta as well. I actually love all the carbs. So give me all the carbs. But we can talk about that another day. I love all the carbs. But for pastas, most pasta sauces are cream-based sauces. So we make sure we stay away from that. So we may use coconut milk or cream cheese or oat milk. Those are dairy alternatives or milk alternatives if you're looking for a replacement for any animal-based milks. So oat milk, almond milk, soy, macadamia. There are all kinds of milks out on the market. So you have options. You have a variety of milk that you can choose from. But just for those creams, you just want to make sure we may blend up or process cashews and make a cashew-based cream for pastas. We eat veggie burgers, and one of the things that I enjoy, even to this day, like my mom, when I say I want a burger or I think I'm gonna go grab me a burger, she's always like, but you don't eat burgers. And I'm like, well, the veggie burger. Like at this point in the game, I didn't think I still had to say vegan burger or veggie burger at this point. So we eat burgers. We eat all kinds of things. One of my favorite meat substitutes are oyster mushrooms, as I've mentioned already, and jackfruit. I absolutely love jackfruit. Jackfruit does a really good job of resembling pulled pork or shredded chicken. Now, I am kind of getting off, telling you guys a little bit more than what it means to be vegan right now, but even with like jackfruit and cauliflower wings and things like that, like people are saying, oh, it tastes just like chicken or it tastes just like pork. Now, I don't know what kind of pork you guys have eaten or what boneless wings you've had before. Cauliflower does not taste like boneless wings. The texture is just not there. Not a boneless wing I've ever had. Jackfruit does not have the texture of pulled pork. It is a really good substitute. I will make a pulled jackfruit sandwich in a minute. It gives you the flavor. It gives you enough satisfaction that you don't necessarily miss the pork, but it does not have the same texture as pork. So don't be fooled out here. Don't be tricked thinking, oh, I'm going to go get this jackfruit and it's going to taste just like this pork. I'm going to have the texture and it's going to be on and popping. No, it's not. I'm probably one of the first, probably only vegans, but I have been vegan for 5 years, vegetarian 2 years prior to that. So 7 years total meat free. And I really do remember what meat tastes like. I remember what pork I remember the texture, and I don't get that from jackfruit. Now, maybe in other cities, but here in Memphis, we do our barbecue different. So jackfruit is a really good substitute. I'm very satisfied with jackfruit, but it does not give me the texture of pork. But anyway, my sole purpose today was to just let you know what it means to be vegan and what that looks like. So if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave me a comment, like and subscribe this video so that I can answer any other questions that you guys may have. I don't even think I told you my name. I'm Tarekia. So, hey friends, so you know my name now, we're friends. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, this video, and I'll be sure to answer any other questions that I see and any questions that I get on a daily basis from people that I just run into. Thanks for your time. Talk to you soon.